This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Elko before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Sooners offense will have the opening possession of the game. And there he is, the explosive and dangerous Isaiah Sategna. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense.
You've got two receivers playing in this game, two of the best in the entire country, two guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head. They're seniors, they know the system, they have great chemistry with their quarterbacks, and they're ready to put on a show.
And if you don't think they're peeking over to the other side every time they're not on the field, you are absolutely wrong. This is that kind of showdown. This is draft stock jockeying, right? This is the Bolitnikoff at the end of the season. They want to make a name for themselves. Who is the best wide receiver? No better opportunity than to do it head-to-head, and we got that stage today.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Sells the run, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's a give to Robinson. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Third and long coming up. To throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. The Sooners are flying down the field. The option, he'll keep it. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but...
Caught, and he's got room. He's down right there, short gain on the ground.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Texas A&M's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
Well, this is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but David, he better have a clock going off in his head in this one, because this is one of the elite pass rushes in the entire nation as well. Their D-line is absolutely stocked and loaded with athleticism, with guys with bad intentions, and they built this D-line specifically for games like this.
Yeah, so he better be on time, right? Like, that ball needs to be able to come out. You just got to be careful. You don't get away with some of those liberties of holding on to the football, extending plays, because those dudes are in relentless pass rush mode chasing after you. This will be a great chess match.
Looking for room. It's Owens. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams, really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Shows him the stiff arm. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Might have a chance. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him, great job setting the physical tone, and they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down. Looking for the marker. Absolutely nowhere to go as they stop him behind the line on fourth down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
From the gun, it's Sategna. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Finds his target. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life hard.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got an alley. Turning it on. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. There's a crease, headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Got out of trouble and throws. The short hands, it's Sategna. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They've got it at the 41. 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Drops back. It's Mateer. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And this wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Reed throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national.
Snags it, and he's open at the 30. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Back's got it on the screen. There he goes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Out wide right, it's Horton. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Finding some room. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Oklahoma sends the offense out ready to go on the attack. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last one.
It's a running room. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Breaks into the open. The 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Left side is Harris. Breaks. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A great catch and run for 6.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Looking for a gap. It's Morrow.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Bussey. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Inside the 45. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Aggies! Rolled his way into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Right down the middle. He's got it. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Oklahoma! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
PAT unit on the field. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Deep in the end zone, it's Bussey. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Runs through a tackle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Bussey. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Oh, he's got some space. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
I love when the offensive line takes control, manhandles the defensive line, and that's why you get a big gain.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Pass to 6. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football. So good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 12 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
I caught up with Coach Elko coming out of the locker room at the half. They have to start the third quarter with a sense of urgency. On the road, backs against the wall with a hostile crowd. He said, we got to have more intensity. They did a good job in the first half, but this game is close, and they understand all of the playoff implications. They've got to be the best version of themselves here to start this third.
Appreciate that, Holly. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll ride the hot hand. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
On the snap, it's Bussey. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
He'll try to do it himself. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Got enough for the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Reed rolls right. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Caught. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Sets his feet. It's Reed. Caught over the middle. It's Craver.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They march 79 yards on the drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Swapped immediately.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. 2nd and long here. To the air, it's Mateer. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Out wide left, it's Robinson. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking for running room. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Sategna. Enough to move the chains. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Fires to the tight end. Across the 25. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown Sooners! Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Oh, maybe a double pass. Rush is on.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Stop right there. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. He'll pull it down, turning it on. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. The only drama left, awaiting the clock to run out, gives us a minute to check out the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country and get a win like this late in the season, and that really adds some strength to your playoff resume. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Open up the final period. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Bussey. They make the stop, but not before the chains move, and the Wildcat formation pays off. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Run ends there. Third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. At the 35, he's open. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
We knew this crowd would make its presence felt, and they are doing so in a big spot. On the move, it's Moore. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They believe they can run right here. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Timeout, Oklahoma, that's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the 4th quarter on 4th and goal. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be brought down. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Long way to go on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
Turns it upfield.
Listen, the defense gave up a couple of yards, but they're happy to give that up because they know the clock is still ticking. They're trying to bleed this thing. If you want to throw it over the middle of the field inbounds, they'll give that to you all.
He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
What a big, aggressive play call on 4th down for this offense. Defenses, you're taught to put your feet by the sticks. Don't give up that 1st down. Nice job by the offense. Say, okay, if you're going to do that, we're going to throw the football down the field over your head. They get aggressive on 4th down, and they get rewarded.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Keeping his eyes downfield. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big 3rd down conversion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the extra point was good. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations.
There he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around, use every...
Going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 2nd and long here. To the air, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Just had to get rid of it.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye.